Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey everybody, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. In this video, inshallah we will present you about the distribution in the Islamic economy. So it is this video will be present you what is the distribution in Islamic economy. So first of all, let me introduce our group first. Our group consists of me, Farhan, and also Azmi al-Khawarizmi, and then Ahmad Muhaimin, and the last one is Muhammad Fadullah Akmal, or we know as Falah. So in distribution in general, we know that is the activity of distributing a product, both goods or services, from producer to the consumers, so that the product is widely distributed. In Islam, distribution means in language is moving something from one place to another place. Whereas in the term of the distribution in Islam is the distribution of asset to several parties. Purpose of distribution of Islam. The first one is purpose of preaching, because in distribution there are something like kind of da'wah to another one, because distributions like zakat or inheritance or other have a value like da'wah for people, because in Islam we know zakat is something we have to do to the poor man, to the people that need the zakat. So it is something like da'wah for the people. The second purpose is educational objective. In distribution there are something that we can educate to the people. The educational objective contained in distribution in Islamic perspective are al-karimah, morals, such as giving and putting others first, and then we educate people to know what others people feel, and then it is such as educational objective to the distribution in Islam. So the third one is social goals. The most important social goals in distribution are fulfilling the needs of group in need and building solidarity among Muslims. The purpose in distribution also has social goals, that we fulfill the need of such as poor men, relatives that cannot be fulfill their need, and then we can share to the other. So it is the third purpose of distribution. So the fourth purpose is the economic goals. We know that distribution is a very near to the economic sector. So the purpose also near to the economy. So there are purpose that consists of economic goals. So the people can get the revenue from the distribution. So it is kind of a business. So the people distribute the product to uh, the the consumer. So that will be the economic relationship between the distributor to the consumer. So we continue to the distribution principle in Islamic economic. The distribution principle in Islamic economic will be presented uh, by me, but also my friend Falah will be presented too. So let's continue to the first principle. The first principle is prohibition of usury and gharar. Why prohibited to usury and gharar? Because in Islam we also know that in Islam we prohibited to use usury and gharar. So what is usury and gharar? Usury uh, is the profit that we put in the term of transaction, uh, in the what's it in the transaction, also in the buyers or the seller. So usury cannot doing in Islam. So the first principle to the distribution is cannot use the usury. Gharar in Islam is often interpreted as uncertainty in transaction. So there are something that uncertainty in transaction. So it like kind of a gharar. So we cannot use it for the distribution. So let's continue to uh, the 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 other principle. It will be present by Falah.
Okay. Fairness in distribution. Fairness in distribution is a condition that doesn't favor a certain party or group in the company or a distribution of income and wealth. The concept of ownership in Islam recognizes the right of private ownership of property and justifies ownership of property in a lawful manner. This is part of human motivation to fight for the own welfare and prosperity for the earth. And income distribution. Household income distribution. Income distribution in the household context is inseparable from Sodako. In the context of the terminology of Al-Quran, there are two aspects, namely Sodako, Obliga, and Nafilah. And then, state sector revenue. The state must be able to distribute the resources it owns properly, where its use is directed to all members of society. Income distribution is applied in order to strive for economic stability, socio-economic development, and distribution of the industrial sector. Income distribution in the industrial sector consists of mudoroba and musharaka, wages and rent.
Distribution instrument in Islam. The first, zakat. Zakat is the level of certain assets that are given to people who are need to receive them with the serve conditions. And the second is alms and donations. Give a portion of the assets that have been given by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to people who are prescribed religions, such as needy, the poor, relatives, and orphan. The third is wakaf. Wakaf is defined as a type of gift that is done by holding or ownerships to be used for public interest. The example is a hospital, mosque, and others. The main point in this wakaf is used for public interest. And the fourth is inheritance. And the concept inheritance, it can be understood in Islam that it closely related to the distributions of wealth economic development, especially the desire to create justice with distribution of inheritance. Even people who have died have also performed the distribution instruments, namely bequeathing assets to their descendants. And the last is sukuk. In language, sukuk comes from word sak, which means document of certificate. In terms, sukuk is a certificate of the same value, which is proof of ownership of an asset. And the conclusions show who mean distributions do not only distribute the goods from producers to the market, not only like that, but there are also such thing as a sodako, zakah, inheritance, and others. This we need to know and understand for our provisions in this life.
Okay, thank you very much for the attention. After the conclusion of Ahmad Muhaimin, so we have to know that the main point of distribution is not just like distribute the product to the consumer, from producer to the consumer. It's not just like that, but there are something more in uh, distribution, include sadaqah, zakat, inheritance, and other. So to my friend, to remember the distribution has a has a purpose, and then the principles that have to do in our life. So remember that to become our our guidance in our life. Thank you very much for your attention in this group. Hopefully you can enjoy another presentation later. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.